GCSE geography is one of, in my view, the easiest GCSEs because you can use certain techniques to do really well. In this video, I'm going to give you guys the best last-minute advice I have for paper 2 that helps me get a 9 in my geography exams. If you're new here, please make sure to subscribe and please leave a like as well. Right, okay, so to summarize super quickly for you guys, the key to geography, your geography paper tomorrow, is focusing around these 3 things, okay? Content, right? You have to know the content. If you don't know the content, you're going to struggle to answer the questions. Case studies. Case studies are incredibly important, okay? And exam technique. So this video is going to revolve around those 3 things, but those are the 3 essential parts of geography that you actually need to know. Content, case studies, exam technique, and I'm going to be covering all of that in a lot more detail today. So the first thing I want to talk about then, and something that I did during my GCSEs and I'm doing during my A-level resit for history and stuff like that, is basically it's really useful to get a big list of potential questions and just go through them and think, if this came up, what would I do? If this came up, what would I do? This helps you focus your vision, okay? Because we don't have long left now. You've got to focus your vision on the topics and the questions that you don't want to come up the most, okay? Your weaker areas. So I'm going to link in the description. I've seen this video of this guy. I'm sure you guys might have seen him, who was really good. He predicted a bunch of stuff for paper 1. I'm linking him in the description. He's a geography teacher. Go watch his video, okay? I think he'll come up with better predictions than me. And make notes of what he's saying and make sure you're very, very solid on that. Okay, I've said it so many times now. Don't rely on predictions, but prepare for them. So I'll also link in the description challenge grids. These are basically big grids for geography that have loads of different type of questions on, and you can just practice a bunch of these tonight. Okay, go through them and just think, what 3 points would I make? How would I answer that? So that's super important in terms of questions because you do want your vision to be fairly focused around the questions that could come up. Another thing you could do is just speed run a paper. So get up a paper on like your laptop or whatever, your computer, and go through it quickly on a whiteboard each question and mark it. Just like look through lots of papers. You want to get it all to like the top of your mind at this point. Again, a lot of you guys really liked this in paper 1. It is the best technique is CATs for geography, okay? Consequently, as a result, this means that, therefore, I explain that in paper 1. So go to my paper 1 video for geography if you want more detail on that. But I would still use CATs. In your 6 markers, it's 2 CAT paragraphs. 9 markers, 3 CAT paragraphs. That's for 8th grade, but CATs will work for all exam boards as well, okay? So make sure you're using those words in your analysis because that's going to be really useful as well. For content, Seneca Learning for geography is excellent. I talk about Seneca loads. It's so good for geography. It's one of the best for geography, actually, like in all the Seneca subjects. So if you're stuck for content, you can recap it fairly quickly on Seneca tonight. You still have time to go through certain topics. Remember, pick your weakest areas. I've also linked my flashcards for geography for free in the description. So go check them out. But note, I haven't covered everything in my flashcards, okay? So I think I'm missing the Nigeria part of the specification. So anyway, just go check out my flashcards. Use my flashcards for inspiration. I think last time after I said that, we had 4,000 people studying my quiz of flashcards. So go do that because my flashcards really helped me. And that brings me on to my next point, which is case studies. So a lot of my geography vision revolved around being really good at the case studies, okay? If you're aiming for 9, your case study knowledge is going to separate you a little bit. So make sure you've got some really impressive stats. Whatever you're aiming for, cover all of the case studies, even those little ones that you don't think will come up. Make sure you know the case studies on your paper and learn them really well. And also note, you can drop case study examples into other questions. I talked about that in my paper 1 video, but that's really true. So if you know case studies, that will help with all of your geography as well. If I was to learn, like if I had to focus on some stuff, it would definitely be case studies. Because if you've got Seneca and you know the base content and you've got case studies, now you're starting to improve a lot, okay, and get to really high grades. A couple of things I just want to mention them. Geography, to go for the 9 and to go for the high grades, is really useful if you can talk about layered factors. So, for example, if you're talking about development and stuff in low-income countries, you've got the historical factor of colonialism, political factor potentially of corruption, environmental natural hazards. So keep an eye out for like the different factors that are involved, and that shows that you're a higher level student. In terms of case studies, you want to be specific, like I said. So you could name exact like schemes, like the Barrier project in Rio, I think was one, and yeah, regeneration products as well. So projects. So make sure you're very specific with your case study knowledge, and crucially, understand different impacts of stuff. Okay. So for example, environmental and economic impacts of certain schemes are often very different. Often, something has a positive economic impact, negative environmental impact. Think about the different factors involved, okay? Because sometimes the taught students will show that, yeah, sure, this might be really positive economically, but actually environmentally it's really bad. And that type of nuance is really impressive as well for geography, really useful for geography as well. Okay, so another thing I'm recommending, and I've been doing at the moment, which I really like, is a Chat GPT quiz. You can basically type in, ask Chat GPT, make a quiz of 10 questions for geography, whatever your exam board is tomorrow, and mark them harshly. So it'll come up with 10 quick questions. You can ask it to be quick, and then you just put in your answers and keep doing that. And that means ChatGPT can help you cover everything, just like give you advice for that. I'm going to put a prompt to that in the description. So literally just copy and paste like my prompt into the into ChatGPT or AI, because AI can be really useful and just help you get through a lot of stuff then. I hope that video was helpful. A lot of my content, again, a lot of my knowledge is put in my paper 1 video, but I think for paper 2, just more of the same, okay? Really work on content. Paper 3 is a really important and strange paper for geography, so make sure you come back and subscribe to me so you can hear my advice for paper 3, because it is a bit of a strange one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.